gentlemen. What's up,
in 500 feet, turn left onto River Street. Take the next left onto River Street, then turn left onto North I-35 Frontage Road.
And we have the early morning talks. I shouldn't say that early. I just should have just said morning talks because it's almost noon. Where we're at, it's 11:37. But man, a lot's been going on, man. My live stream yesterday, it was reported that Debo from Friday died. You know, that was a trip. You know, of course, we had the weigh-in and all that good stuff from Joshua and Pulevs. You know, so they did that actually all in one swoop. They didn't wait for the day to do it. They did it, you know. Rhaegar Mullerson, counterpunch to you, brother. What's happening? Let's hit that like button as we come in. I'll let the chat load. D-Town Blaster. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. D-Town Blaster's in the building, everybody. But, you know, the weigh-in between Anthony Joshua and Kubrat Pulev, man, it got heated. It got a little heated. Mark David Muego. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. It got a little rowdy. Definitely got rowdy. Joshua had his finger in his face. You know, Pulev's talking shit. You know, you both had the mask on, so you really couldn't take, you know, you couldn't tell like what they were actually saying or whatever, but they could hear each other, you know. D-Town Blast, how your Friday's going? Brother, it's going good. It's nice and rainy, as you can tell. You know, by the glass, it's been raining off and on here in Austin. I'm headed to set, you know, had to do some things before I went in. But everything's good. What happens to AJ if he loses to Pulev? Where does he go? Hopefully he gets a rematch or whatnot. Or, you know, he loses the belts again, you know, and that's going to be kind of hard to really overlook at that point. You know what I mean? Because if he loses the belts again to Pulev, that criticizing and everything from the past, from last year, is going to come back to haunt him. Uncle Arthur, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. You know, even if he has a rematch clause, people will not be, they will lose what they thought was that sense of securement. They will not be secure any longer because it's going to be, they can't depend on AJ not to lose. You know, because it'll be hit and miss. You know, he lost the June fight. He won the December fight. He loses this one time because it was all year. So he ain't fought then. You know, let's hit that like button. Props from the UK, Kurt. Shouts out to you, brother. But yeah, but I mean, see, and at that point, if he doesn't fight him right away, which I think, you know what I'm saying? I think what should happen at that point, you know, that's 2 L's for him. You know what I mean? That's a different situation than someone like Wilder taking his first L. Why? Because it's his first L. Joshua already had, you know, you have 2 losses on your record in that short of time span. People are going to relate that to your loss previous. They're going to relate that to your loss. So if he loses, you know, hey, yeah, people are going to look at that the same way. Firehun Sige. Counterpunch. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. What's Pulev's strengths, do you think? Pulevs has a good jab. He's very strong. He's pretty durable, okay? He doesn't have the thickest of skin, but he is durable. He's a durable cat. You know, and a lot of people think that fight would be from a knockout. It could be. I don't see it going the distance. I'm gonna say that. You guys haven't seen my fight study. My fight study's up, and I explain it all there. But honestly, I think if Joshua was able to touch him a lot, he's gonna cut Pulev open. You know, but remember, Joshua, he got cut in the second round of the Andy Ruiz fight. where you seen no cuts with him at all in the first. You just seen bumps and bruises. But it's funny, he had bumps and bruises coming into the fight, so you got to wonder, what kind of training did Anthony Joshua do in the first fight? Uchenna Ali, counterpunch to you. And I break it down because I give a keys to victory, pros and cons for both fighters, and then I make a decision. Okay, so with that said, the fight study's up, and Andy, what's up, Kurt? See you weigh in today. What's your thoughts? Big up to Counterpunch. Yo, the weigh-in was big. Look, it was heated. I think yesterday was a little bit more cordial, but today they weighed in. I'm not really educated on the stones. I got to get educated on what means what. You know what I'm saying? Because we're pounds over here in the USA. Everyone does the same shit except us. So it is what it is. So I got to get like everyone else. But the way it was lit. I just saw a little bit of it on Anthony Joshua's Instagram, and how it was getting heated and this, that, and the other, and they were in each other's face. There was no distance between these two. Yeah, Dean Bradford. Yeah, he better bring his A game against Pulevs, because Pulevs is 39 years old. He's in the same position as someone like Povetkin, because see, Povetkin was 40 years old, but I think he was 39, honestly, when he fought Joshua. But what kind of Joshua are we going to have? Are we going to have a hybrid, or are we going to have the dancing boxer? Or are we going to have the big brute Brit that likes to take fighters out at the risk of getting knocked out himself? Which one will we see? Jim Brown, 5th round KO, counterpunch to you. Oh yeah, he's going to have to bring the jab over and over, because that's what Pulev's going to be doing. Pulev ain't going to come in there throwing right hands and left hooks. He ain't crazy like that. He knows better than that. Because once he tries to do that, he leaves himself open. And he's not the fastest guy. Neither is AJ. And I think Pulev's reflexes are a little quicker than AJ's, honestly. AJ's jab is longer. So what you do, you can time someone faster than you, and that's what he's going to have to do. Pulev going to sleep. Ricky Bobby said Anthony Joshua's putting Pulev to sleep. Man, this is heavyweight boxing. You never know what you're going to get. That shit's like a box of chocolates, like Forrest Gump. You never know what you're going to get. I guess Pulev will be knocked out early. Well, I don't think Pulev will gonna look. If Pulev gets dropped, he ain't going out like that unless he gets badly, like if he just gets knocked out. But if he don't get knocked out, he gets dropped, Pulev's getting back up. Because the reason why I'm saying it is because you have to understand something about Pulev. Pulev got up 3 or 4 times from Vlad. And if Vlad hits you with the power that he has, okay, that should tell you something. If he can get up from some knockdowns from Vladimir, he can get up from the knockdowns from Joshua. And you got to understand, that wasn't an older Vlad. It's like Vlad was probably about 34, 35. Okay. Dean Bradford, I'm trying to tell you, my fight study explains all of that. That's going to be a major factor in that fight. The referees. And it's not really about letting them fight, because what I've noticed about Pulev don't have an inside game. Pulev's good at mid to outrange fighting. And the only reason he comes in mid-range is when he has you hurt. So that's not a normal thing for Pulev. Pulev is like, he has to hurt you first before he comes in throwing any type of combinations. And if he's on the inside on the clinch, he's going to whack you behind the head. That's what he does. He doesn't have any inside game when it comes to that. That's why when he fought Derek Chisora Derek Chisora, he constantly clinched Chisora. Why? Because Chisora likes to get on the inside and he likes to work the body. You know, he likes to bust you up, bruise you up, bang you up. That's what he likes to do. And Pulev was smart enough not to let him do that. So if Anthony Joshua tries to come in early throwing multiple combinations, expect him to grab. Chris Serrano, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Expect him to grab, right? Tie you up with the right hand, whack you behind the head, especially if you're throwing punches back. Karma Serini, counterpunch to you. Thank you so much for the super chat, honey. You're in the Austin area, right? Greetings from Liverpool, England. Thank Pulev talking the talk, but it ain't going to do him any good. Talking ain't going to do him any good unless he backs it up with walking. So counterpunch. So, you know, he looks in shape, though. He looks in good shape, Pulev does. You know, so nice. ATX in the house. I'm headed to Manor, actually, right now. He was a lot younger then. I don't think that he's got the same tank anymore. Well, here's the thing, Andy. I think he's more experienced now. He said he's learned from the Vladimir Klitschko fight. So he might not have that age. He was an undefeated fighter, but think about it. That was 7-8 fights ago. He was 20-0 when he came in there with fighting Vladimir Klitschko. Now he's only, what is 27 fights? No, 28 fights, 27 wins, 14 by KO. And that one devastating knockout loss to Vlad. Yeah. So that means, what, 20-0? That was about 8-9 years ago. So he was in his early 30s. And he's not that far behind Vlad. So, you know, at 39, Vlad's what, 43? About to be 44? James Brown, I'm with you. Counterpunch. Listen to what James Brown said. Hey, he's 39 years old. He ain't got nothing to lose. That's what makes him dangerous. What did I tell you about Povetkin? What did I tell you about Povetkin? He has nothing to lose. You see what I'm saying? He has nothing to lose. And a lot of people are like, oh man, Povetkin's washed up. Okay. I want to see what happens when he catches him with one of those left uppercuts or one of those uppercuts altogether. And we saw what happened. Well, Johnny Morgan, counterpunch to you. Listen, that's good. That's funny you said that. Look at the fight study, because the fight study is going to tell you what I said. I said the same thing. You're not going to see this fight. He comes right at Joshua. Joshua comes right at him. They're smarter than that. They're going to feel each other out. Okay, first they're going to see who establishes the jab. Now that's a big factor in this fight, because we know Pulev can jab. Well, I mean, favorite fighter? My favorite fighter, man, was Ika Barabucci. Ika Barabucci was one of my favorite fighters. Now, you know, talk about champs and stuff like that. There's certain things I like about all three of the guys that call themselves the top three. So it's not a thing of like placing one above the other until they fight one another. We just know Wilder has problems with guys that box. He always has. But we know now he can be dominated, but if you put him on his back foot. Okay? Can he beat Joshua? We don't know. He hasn't fought Joshua. Joshua's fighting Pulev. Wilder needs to find an opponent. Then we'll worry about who Wilder should be fighting. But if you want to place them all three together, they're going to have to all fight each other, if that makes sense. You can't, oh, well, yeah, I'm not, you know, this is not one of them channels. Oh, this is that and the other. Now, I don't like what Deontay Wilder recently did. People know that. You know, that's my opinion on that. You know, but does that mean he won't beat other heavyweights? No, it doesn't. Hunter versus Pulev. Ooh, that'll be a good fight. And depending on how this fight goes, I would like to see Hunter versus Pulev. Hunter needs to really do something to bring back his reputation and markability. Because pretty much Eddie Hearn, they offered him what he felt he was more than, So they dropped him. And that's the truth of the matter. They didn't just drop him because, hey, I'm bored. No, they gave him an option, and he didn't. Counterpunch to you are lit. Shout outs to NYC. Pulev at the weigh-in looked really small compared to AJ. Well, I mean, AJ's a big dude, you know what I'm saying? And how many pounds did each of these guys weigh? Can anybody tell me that? Hey, no problem at all. Pulev at weigh-in looked like Pulev needs to scare him early. Well, he needs to do something while he's in the ring with him, definitely. AJ was 265 pounds. Get the fuck out of here. It was that big? Oh, 240 for AJ. Okay. Karma said he was 265. Damn, that was the same size Ruiz damn near was when he beat up Joshua. He was 267. He was 265. Like, damn, 265. Damn. The hell he been eating? Been eating clenbuterol? Been that big? You know? Ruiz was 300 easy. Yeah, you know what? Ruiz probably, I don't know what he did after he lost, though. Because normally you get that when you lose, you start gaining weight. Like Keith Thurman said he did. You know, Keith Thurman admitted he suffered depression and shit, you know. You know what I mean? Pacer, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Yeah, AJ got into it with Pulevs. Slotello presents. Yeah, he did. I don't know if, like, whatever Joshua was saying to him, he was probably, I think Joshua was trying to, like, kind of calm him down. You know how he does. Like, I'm telling you, let's fight. He did some shit like that to his left shoulder. Pulev was like, hey, get the fuck off me. I'm talking shit at you right now. He was partying, eating tacos and drinking Dos Equis. And Corona. And Victoria. No, Victoria's too light for Andy. No, that shit's too light. Give me some fucking real beer. I want the kind of beer that I hear they piss in the brewers in Mexico. That gives that taste. Luca, good day to you. AJ was going to slap him. Those bumps would have liquefied my hands. Pulev said, I respect you, but tomorrow I show you. All right. I can see that. I respect you. Tomorrow I'll show you. I show you good. I give you good boy. Absolutely, I'm going live tomorrow. Absolutely. That was fixed by Eddie Hearn. What was fixed by Eddie Hearn? What did Eddie do? 1 stone equals 14 pounds. Okay, cool. I'll try to remember that. Then do fucking math. Great. Regards from Turkey. Taka. AJ started mocking Pulev's stance. What's up, Counterpunch in the chat? He said the LDBC salute family. D Hodges in the building, people. Represent that LDBC, guys. How the weather in Texas? The weather is hot. Yo, it's hot. They say it's 64, but it feels more like 70. But it was like 47 yesterday. Retarded. Great time to get sick. Great opportunity to be sick. Exactly, Karma. It's very, very rainy. D-Town Blaster. That's D Hodges. D Hodges is part of the LDBC. What's next for AJ if he beats Pulev? I don't know. You know what? What's next for AJ? Business as usual. He has to go fight his mandatories. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think, and I don't see Anthony Joshua waiting to see if Tyson's going to fight Wilder again. I don't think that. I just don't think that. Do you think Usyk can beat AJ? If he can box him, I think he can outbox AJ. AJ, look, here's the thing. I think what'll happen with AJ, that would be one of the most difficult fights. Now, is AJ more powerful? Sure he is. You know, but see, people talk shit because I think people are waiting for Usyk's downfall because he's not a heavyweight. Excuse me. I think that's with him. If I was Pacquiao, I would make Spence and Crawford fight by promising the rematch and then just go fight McGregor and beat him. Oh, Victor, counterpunch to you, Victor Rodriguez. That's a great idea. You know, Manny Pacquiao, if he wanted to, he could be like that Mayweather. He could be that Mayweather persona in the welterweight division. See, I stand. Counterpunch to you, brother. Cheers. Why? That would be a great look. Listen to what he said. He said that listen to what Victor said. He said, look, if I was Manny Pacquiao, I would make these motherfuckers fight each other. And then who fights and wins gets to fight me for the highest bidder. For winner takes all, the welterweight division. Then you can automatically place that. You think they won't go for it? I bet you, I bet you Errol Spence won't. No, I ain't fighting Terrence Crawford to fight my Manny Pacquiao. Fuck you. I ain't doing that shit. Fight Terrence Crawford. I ain't fighting that motherfucker. Good Russian, Kurt. Appreciate it. Tyson Wilder retire. Who's left? Anthony Joshua and everybody else. You got Ruiz. You got Usyk. You got all the young fighters. You got Joe Joyce. When Daniel Dubois finds his eye, you got Daniel Dubois too. Who else? You got a lot of people, man, that are in that division. A couple years, you know, Jarrell Miller gonna come back. Cheeseburgers, you know. He's gonna come back out of nowhere. I'm back. The claim was mine. I'm back. This bullshit. Everybody don't believe everything you hear. I'm motherfucking back. You know, there was some bullshit. It was a dick pill. You know, sometimes the willy won't work, you know, but I make that willy work by taking the black ant pill. So, you know, fuck them. You know, anybody else, they act like they ain't got erectile dysfunction, fuck them too. You know, everybody got this shit. You know what I'm saying? At certain times, you know, I'm a big boy. Cheeseburgers. Fuck this shit. I'm coming back and I'm undefeated. You know, so everybody want to talk shit. You know, they ain't me. They ain't walked in my shoes. You know what I'm saying? I slept, I'm from nothing. I slept with the cockroaches and shit. I ate cornflakes with water. Fuck that. I'm back. Cheeseburgers. Fuck that, you know. My dick broke, you know. Must have had it unbroke. You know what I mean? Tony Yoka. I still haven't. Look, I have to look up Tony Yoka. All right, Kurt. Just tuning in from England. Pumped up for tomorrow. I know you've seen that weigh in. Metal Box J. I know you've seen it. What money do you think AJ versus fight will make? I don't know, man. I don't know, but this is the biggest heavyweight fight left. It's the only one left, really. How much do you think AJ versus Fury fight will make? I don't know. See, they got to fight first. But I imagine a lot, because if they both, let's say Tyson Fury has to fight Wilder again in order to fight AJ, and he beats Wilder. Okay, so you beat Wilder twice, fought him 3 times. Joshua has to, you know, he'll fight Usyk, and he fights Usyk and beats Usyk. So then he's took out Pulevs, then Usyk, then it's Fury. Yo, that fight's gonna be big, just because they had to come over so many other obstacles in order to make that happen, to make the fight happen. So it's gonna be hell to pay when those guys fight each other, definitely. Oh, $100 million for each. That'll work. That's a $15 million pay raise for Anthony Joshua for making $85 million. best and the worst divisions in boxing right now. Okay, let's go there. 154, terrible. 126, 154 and 126, terrible. And I don't know what's really worse, 126 or 140. Saudi will pay triple any other country. Bad news for British fans. Greeting from Wales. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Too much politics. It's all about politics at the end of the day, bro. Well, 147, politics-wise, it's the worst. It's absolutely the worst because you got one tyrant, one Fidel Castro type guy running every fucking thing. And the one guy is the best in the world, which they don't give a fuck about. You know, you think Al Heyman gives a fuck about Terrence Crawford being the best in the world? That just tells him that he doesn't need to put his fighter in there with him. Counterpunch. That is making AJ look bad. People saying AJ is clout chasing. Fury, even though AJ isn't even answering Fury's question, so he keeps talking about Fury. You know what? That is right. You got a point there. Eddie should calm down, you know, and he should really, but it just shows you the agenda that Eddie Hearn has. Eddie Hearn wants that fight because he knows that's going to line his fucking pockets because that's the biggest fight. Promoters are always going to hype the biggest fight at the end of the tunnel. Okay, they're not going to talk about the possible fights like he should be talking about now. You see what I'm saying? So you're right about that. Good counterpunch. Yeah, it's promoting, but it's like, yeah, you promote something that is not guaranteed to happen. First of all, and you got to fight before that, and then possibly another fight because Anthony Joshua is the unified champion, which all those other guys know nothing about that. So Joshua was really holding that shit by himself. Sean with ice, counterpunch to you, brother. AJ looked good, like not like bodybuilders. Well, I mean, he ain't never looked bad. He looked a lot slimmer than he did. So, in fucking June in Madison Square Garden, when he took that ass whooping from Ruiz, that was fucked up. I'm like, damn. Pulevs is already beaten. And the clout comes to AJ. Pulevs was 237. Okay. Well, they're three pounds apart. So that. Oh, we were talking about the weigh-in and the face-off, the official face-off. That's after the weigh-in. It'll finally happen. That's what you missed. But it's been absolutely great. I'm pulling up on set, guys, so I gotta go. Stay tuned for tomorrow. I'm going live tonight when I get off. Tonight I'm going live, but I'm definitely going live for the official fight. So stay tuned for that, guys. It's been a pleasure. I'm going to try to get through this last day before the weekend, before the ass kicking begins. We have Joshua Pulevs. We also have Stevenson fighting later on that night. I'm going live for both. Stay tuned. Everybody in the chat has been counterpunched. Have a good day. Peace.